Hello and welcome to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. So after a very busy, well, still is a very busy transfer window, one team that I've been splashing the cash about a little bit over the last 24 hours or so is the Red Devils car, Man United.
Yeah, yeah. I just do my head in. I just hate him. I just hate him. But I think I don't know what to make of these couple of signings that they're making.
Well, let's take it back a little bit further then. So they've obviously been quite active over the last month or so, and they've got a couple. I want to say I wouldn't say big names because they're not really big names either. But the I suppose the value of the transfers are um, fair to middling, shall we say?
Yeah, well, where do you want to start with? Who do you want to start with?
We'll go with Joshua Zirkzee. I think he was the first one through the door.
Well, for me, he's just a giant, big guy, target man. Goal ratio, don't know it, but I know it's not great.
Yeah, so I looked at
Um,
this. His Serie A tally last season was 34 appearances, 11 goals. So you're pretty much 1 in 3, and that's in Serie
right.
A.
Yeah, so he's not prolific, is he?
No.
Not he's not Man United caliber. He might well be young. He might well be another Hoyland who they're hoping for promise and is going to come good in years to come. But for me, that's not Man United. Man United need to be living now.
Well,
Granted, that doesn't mean that they can't buy young players, but have young players alongside someone who's world class, supposedly the biggest club in the world,
well,
and they're
I was
signing
gonna
players like this.
I was gonna come to this later on, but you've kind of like dipped your toe in that water already. So,
Hmm.
you
Seem to
know,
do that all the time, don't they?
yeah, but no, it's fair enough because it's a good point. So obviously we're 80s babies, you know what I mean? So we grew up in, being young lads, and Man United were pretty much one of the best teams, if not the best team in Europe. Like year in, year out, they were the team, they were the pinnacle of the Premier League. They were the ones that were always chasing for titles, always signed the best players every single season, no matter whether they won 2 trophies, 3 trophies, 1 trophy. They always made a headline signing, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I suppose me being a Liverpool fan, when I started following Liverpool, we basically fell off edge of a cliff and we were on a downward slide. And you always wanted it to be your year, and you always wanted to sign those best players because you are that name. But ultimately, on the pitch, you're not that club anymore. And I think Man U are there now. They're
Yeah, but I
still
think
that name, but I don't think the certain players want to go there anymore.
yeah, I agree with that. I think certain players don't want to go there, but I think they're in the top three clubs with the two Spanish giants that generate considerably more than everyone else in Europe. So they can pay the stupid wages, which they do. Don't get me
I want
wrong,
to say they do. They still are. They still
but
do, don't they?
but but they can still draw whoever they wanted really, as long because they can stump the money up and they can afford it. But for some reason, they go for these certain players, and I just think that is not Man United caliber. And you speak to anybody that knows anything about football, and especially Man United, Roy Keane being a prime example, he just kicks off all the time about they're not up to scratch, they're not put the effort in, they're not Man United quality, they're not this. And I completely agree with him. I just think there's so much average to middle, not Man United caliber as we know it anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the other one is an interesting one because I know, I want to say I know little about him. I know pretty much nothing about him really. The Leniora, young lad from Lille, obviously he's come up through ranks. I know with the French club, he's only a young lad. I think he's 18-year-old centre half, but it's quite a lot of money to pay for an 18-year-old centre half who's not really done much.
Or 50 mil or something like that one, eh?
I think it might have been a little bit more, to be honest. I'm sure yeah, around about 62 million euros. I'd read, so it would be like 55 million, something
55
like that.
million.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There's been like, oh, season's over now because Lenny Euro's injured and Hoyland's injured. It's like, well, is that what you're pinning your season on them two teenagers or completely inexperienced? I don't know
I'm going to say,
how
especially one
old
that's never played in
Hoyland
Premier
is.
League before.
I just think it's an absolute, he's our marquee signing. I'm like, really? That Man United marquee signing? Something's just not right for me. And like I say, I don't know anything about him. I've never heard of him. Never mind seeing him before this. But obviously, Real Madrid were scouting him, weren't they? So
I think
um,
whether it were true or not, obviously, been a Liverpool fan, like you keep your ear to your own club, don't you? I read that we were keeping an eye on him, whether it were just media speculation or I don't know. But
well, Real Madrid, they took Lenny Yaro to the Champions League final, didn't they, as a guest
did they
to
really?
watch the Champions League final with the thought process of, we're signing you in summer,
Really? I didn't know
and
that.
so then obviously they've splashed the cash. I mean, I know they're not in transfer fees, but in Mbappe, it's cost them a lot of money. So to prize Lenny Yoro out, I think they were hoping to get him maybe next year then in the end,
Wow.
or unless they made some sales. So that's why I think Man United swooped in. And so there's obviously some promise there.
Yeah,
But
there must be because, like you said, there's a lot of top clubs in Europe been sniffing around him. Do you think with his injuries that kind of leads us into today's big news, really? So Mateus de Ligt, there's a deal apparently agreed, 42.8 million apparently, or there and thereabouts. I've heard.
but again,
Do you think that's forced their hand with this Euro injury?
well, I don't know because there've been talks about centre backs all season, haven't there? There's been Jared Brandtwaite, De Ligt, Lenny Yoro. So how many centre backs do they want? I know they had a load of injuries last season. They've still got Maguire. They've still got Johnny Evans. They've still got Martinez. I just think,
Lindelof's still there as well, I believe, isn't
is Lindelof? Well, how many do they need? I mean, probably. I presume Lindelof will probably go.
he? You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Maguire's dug his heels in. He's not going anywhere. Um, Johnny Evans is probably on pittance, and he'll probably be a bit of a coach type centre back. Maybe I don't know.
I think, am I right in thinking they've just extended his stay by a year?
Yeah, so I mean, so I don't know whether there's some sort of.
Bizarre that.
So I presume the Jared Brandtwaite thing's gone away now. Now that signed
Yeah,
Delict, but I don't know how I feel about it because when he was at Ajax, he was the promised one. He was like the next big thing.
yeah. Got
Went
that
to
big money
Juve,
signing to Juve, didn't he?
didn't really do much at Juve.
Nope.
Went to Bayern, couldn't really cement a spot down there. And you think to yourself, I heard something earlier like that. If you go to a European giant, which let's get it right, Juve and Bayern are European giants.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're any good, they're not letting you go.
No.
So it's left. And if you could call Ajax a European giant, I mean, don't get me wrong, the pull for these other leagues pulls them out of Eredivisie. But I just don't get how Juve are letting him go if he's any good, and I certainly don't get how Bayern's letting him go if he's any good. With Eric Dyer keeping him out, that
Well,
blows my mind.
it's funny that actually because doing a bit of research this afternoon, I was looking at his obviously his career path, and I'd seen I think it was like nearly 80 million. I don't know the exact figures, but they went to Juve for. And his kind of market value has kind of like gradually come down every place he's moved. So, like you said, the teams are obviously not that keen to keep him, and they're happy that they take us because I think he's only 24 still, is he?
Yeah, 24.
I
Yeah.
just no, sorry, he just turned 25 today. I think it's his birthday
Oh, is he
today. Yeah, I think so. 12th of August. I'm looking. So, do you know what I mean? He's got his prime, or you call your
in
prime
front of
years
him?
in front of him. So I'm with you. But it's a bit of a strange one how he's never managed to cement a place in any of these, like you say, so-called European giants, which they are.
It's very similar to the Rafa Varane job deal to me. Like when he was at Madrid, everyone's like, quality, shit up, one of the best defenders in the world.
Yeah.
But if he were, Madrid wouldn't let him go, would they?
Nah. No,
Came
definitely
to
not.
came to Man U. Granted, he were injury prone, but even when he got a little run of games, didn't pull up any trees. Didn't.
No, definitely
And
not.
I have a feeling Delict's going to be very similar. So for me, I just can't understand how he's going to play at the back. Is he playing Delict, Martinez, and Lenny Yoro?
Well, you'd like to think. So you'd like to think that Martinez is probably the one that they're going to start if he is fit because he's probably the best defender they've got on the books before they've made any signings. Obviously, we don't
Yeah,
know what this Euro is
yeah.
going to be like, but you think Martinez is the one, and it's going to be another one. But it's interesting really because Martinez, he's left footed, and he'd normally play on Maguire's side.
That's right.
Mm.
So s- strange bit of signings, especially
Yeah.
when there's other positions I feel as though they need to sort other than centre back.
Well, I'll come on to that. So they made another, well, potentially another signing, aren't they, from Bayern as well? Is it Mazraoui from
Yeah,
right back?
yeah, which they
So
need.
that looks like he's just, well, Wan-Bissaka's out of the door, and he pretty much, I think so. I
Yeah,
think he's just a light for light. And to be fair, I think right back's probably a place that they've done all right, because I think Dallo, don't remember, but Dallo, their player of the season last year, he actually had some good performances.
he did. Yeah, but again, is he Man United quality or is he Man United squad player quality?
But
Personally,
that kind of brings me back to my point before, though, when I think when we associate Man United quality as like the A star.
well, it should be,
I don't think it is anymore. I think it's gone. I
but
think
it
them
should
days are
be.
gone.
No, but they can afford to have them players.
Yeah, but I think I think what they've done though, looking back at like your Pogba signings and like your Lukaku, they were making those signings, they were giving the big money deals out and all that, and they just didn't work out. And whilst I don't think Ten Hag's a world class manager by any stretch of the imagination.
Let's get it right. The guy's dreadful.
Well, that's your opinion.
He's an absolute blagger.
I think
Come on.
I think some of the stuff that comes out of in press conferences, it leaves a lot to be desired. To be fair, I think,
Well,
what game were you watching there, mate?
honestly, that's exactly it. He comes out and tells you, "Oh, we played really well." When you watch the game, you're like, "That were absolutely fucking diabolical." And he comes out and goes, "Oh, we're on the right path." And you're like, "No, mate, you're absolutely fucking full of it." So he just doesn't have a clue.
No, I'm with you with some of that. Before we wrap up, then I'm going to reel off. They've still got a pretty big squad to be fair of United, and there's still a bit of time in the transfer window left. So I want to reel off some names. I want you to tell me whether you would keep, sell, and I think I've got one name potentially buy. So they'll all be either keep or sell, and then there's one in there for buy or stay away.
Right,
So
okay.
first one, Marcus Rashford, keep or sell.
Sell,
Casemiro.
sell, give away,
It looks
give
like
him away,
he's staying there, doesn't it?
give him away.
But
Garbage.
Ten Hag's come out today and said they've seen no signs that he won't be part of the squad, and I think he said he was happy about that.
This is another thing, would Real Madrid let him go if he were any good? No.
I think the first season he was at United, he played all right. And last season he was awful. He was
God awful.
terrible. He was really bad. I think Carragher said it. And he says, "Listen, if he's retire now, or at least move away from like the big European leagues now
It's
before it
true.
embarrasses him."
Well, he's ruining his legacy because he has been a world class player his whole
Yeah,
career, and now he's just going like that. It's been going like that up, and then he's just gone boom, vertical drop,
yeah,
shite.
absolutely. Um, Scott McTominay,
Tell.
yeah, apparently Fulham are interested in him.
Yeah, I would get rid of him. I think he's not Man United quality. I know I keep saying it. Um, if I were a Man U fan, I'd be sort of a bit like that with it because you like to see your homegrown players. But
Hmm.
I think for me, he needs to go and move on. I think he'll flourish in a lesser team. Like you see him in Scotland, he's like by far their best player.
Yeah, one
You
of Man
know,
U's better players last season, though, wasn't it, to be fair?
he's not Man U quality. I'm sorry, sell him, give
And
him away.
then but Man United are glad you don't work for them.
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho, interesting one.
I really like Jadon Sancho, but
Me
for
too.
him and his Man United career, I'd sell him.
Yeah. Do you think all this me and Eric Ten Hag have kind of kissed the middle? Do you think it's all smoke and mirrors just to
Yeah,
get his
that's
transfer value back up?
potentially, but I don't see that is not harmonious. I don't care what you say. That's going to come back and bite again if he stays. But there's talks of him going to PSG in there,
Yeah, I've read that today.
so we'll see whether that materialises. I don't think it will, if I'm honest. But
No, I don't
I
either.
think I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay.
I think it'll be another loan deal for him, if I'm honest.
Could be.
I think it'll be I think it'll be another loan deal. And then the last one is not a Man United player, but just some. I think it's just a rumor to be honest. But I thought I'd chuck it in there for some
I
shits
know
and
where you're going with
giggles.
this one. I know what you're going to say already.
Ivan Turner.
Oh no, it's not. So what you're saying is, Man U should buy or leave him?
Mm.
No, 100% buy him. 100% buy him. He's exactly what they need. A bit of experience, clinical. I think he's exactly what they need.
This
But
is this is why I'm quite shocked with the Xerxes deal, to be honest, because I'm with you. I think even if it's just not for the future, but it's for the here and now. Is Premier League tried and tested? Is an international footballer now as well. I don't know how much he's earning at Brentford, but I can't imagine it'll be an absolute fortune.
no, but there's obviously got to be something going on in the background because everybody knows he's available and nobody's inquiring. And there's something obviously going on for nobody to be taking him by now.
I
Don't know
think
what it is, but there's something.
maybe he's just after too much money for his age. I think is he 30? Is he
28, 29.
I want to say he's knocking on 30's door, isn't he? So maybe he's wanting like a I don't know 4 or 5 year deal, and clubs are only willing to give him 3 years. I don't know, but for me, I think like I'm with you. He is exactly what Man United need.
I
Is
think every club in the Premiership should be looking at getting Tony.
Yeah.
I think even City, not to start maybe, but obviously they don't have Alvarez anymore. They've only got Haaland.
Mm.
Name me a club that doesn't need Ivan Tony.
Not because it's Michael, but Liverpool. We've got a shitload of forwards and they're all fit.
You don't have any like strikers, do you? You've got Nunes, who's can't hit a band door. And you got Jota, who's not really a striker.
I don't know. I think he's out. If he stays fit, he could be the difference for
Oh,
us this
don't get me
season.
wrong, I rate him,
Yeah.
but he's not a striker, is he? He scores
Well,
goals, but he's not a
yeah.
striker.
Don't know what he is then. I'd say we're a striker. I think he's a
Is he?
striker now. Yeah. Yeah.
He's way too small to be a striker. But anyway, but
I
yeah,
know, I know what you're
other than
saying.
other than Liverpool, then name it. Everybody needs a number 9.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Well, Spurs have got Solanke now, so probably not them either.
What's so they've got one striker.
Well, Richarlison, Son.
He's going.
Who?
Son,
Who?
Richarlison. He's going to Saudi, isn't
Is it?
he? Yeah, 60 mil.
Jesus. Right. But yeah, I'm surprised that someone like Manu ain't gone in 5 and Tony, to be fair. Very surprised. And I
40
think,
million. I reckon you get him as well.
well, that's what I mean. And what the pay for Xerxes, 30, 35 million, is a risk. He's not guaranteed to score in Premier League. It might take him 12, 18 months to get up to speed. Whereas
Yeah,
Ivan Tony's going to be, boom, ready to go. He's
yeah.
just come off back of a good campaign with England as well. He'd be full of confidence, raring to go. Yeah,
He'll
very
be fit as a
surprised.
fiddle as well because he obviously missed half a season, so he won't have any
Mhm.
after last season.
Yeah.
So he won't be tired.
No, sound. But I could see Ivan Tony being like literally like a last day transfer window saga.
I don't know.
I could see that.
I can see him staying now, to be honest.
Yeah, I can. We'll see. We shall see. Well, I'm excited for the new season anyway. We're nearly there. What we got? 4 days to go till Friday night.
Yep, 4 days. Got Man U on Friday, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is it Man U Fulham?
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Right. Good chat, mate. Thanks for watching, guys. I literally just want to say as well before we wrap this up, a massive, massive thank you. Obviously, we reached the target of 100 subscribers over the weekend. I was absolutely buzzing about that. Had a few drinks to celebrate. So yeah, thank you to all, and we will be doing the draw for the Air Force Ones at some point this week. So bear with me with that one. We're gonna do it. I don't know whether to do like a live or something, but anyway, we're gonna figure that out. But I haven't forgotten about you all. So yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button right in the middle of your screen now. Catch you later. Bye.